Thank you for tuning in. You are welcome to our daily life. My name is Jennifer Okoduga, the Pacesetter Mom. Today we are here to talk about why nutrition matters for children with autism. Please go to the community, invite your friends, your neighbors, call your friends, call those you know will benefit from this topic. Tell them we are live. Tell them the Pacesetter Mom is live today. Thank you for doing that. We have a very powerful topic because nutrition is very, very important when it comes to autism. People just feel it's about supplements, it's about therapy, it's about, doing one thing and overdoing, but most people don't talk about this part. There's a saying that you are what you eat. Indeed, you are what you eat. Nutrition can transform the life of a special needs child drastically. I have seen this work for me even on my journey. Some behaviors you feel they are behaviors not really behaviors, or they might not really be behaviors. Picky eating, poor sleep, lack of focus, hyperactivity, gut issues. These are nutritional issues. What if your child's body is just trying to communicate something to you? I have seen this even in the lives of some children I work with, how changing their diet did something you call magic. I have seen it over and over again. Someone shared the testimony with me yesterday that you made a tremendous impact in the life of my child. If not for you, we wouldn't have even known what to do. And now we are seeing a different child altogether. That can be your story, dear parents. By changing the diet of your child, we have to take away processed foods, take away food that is not natural. If you work on those things, you will see how drastic the progress of your child can be. I am a living witness to this. It works 100%. You can never be wrong with nature. You can never be wrong with God food. I became passionate about this from my own personal experience. I became passionate about it by the work I did using nutrition for my own child. I've seen children that were so hyperactive, immediately their diet was changed. A lot of things started falling into place. The child started becoming calmer, leaky gut issues were fixed, hyperactivity gone. The child was able to focus, several of them. So today we are talking about a very important topic. Don't just shove it. Don't think it's, well, if we do what are we going to eat now? It's a fast. I know it's a fast life. Everybody wants things that are fast, but sometimes things that are fast could be endangering your child's health, could be giving you more problems than normal. It could be delaying the child further. You have to pay attention to what you feed your child with developmental delays. You have to pay attention to what you feed your child with special needs. This can change the game for you 1000%, not just 100%. Is indeed a transforming experience. So today, I need you to understand the power of nutrition when it comes to handling a child with special needs. Therapies are good. Occupational therapy, speech therapy, going for behavioral therapies, for them to handle the behaviors. But when you change the child's diet, you see a great shift in that behavior you are trying to fix. When you change the child's diet, you will see that child that is always waking up at midnight, waking up 3 a.m. and walking and disturbing, shouting, steamy, you know, you will just see how that child's focus becomes better. You will see how that child's calmness becomes normal. You will see how that child's ability to even interact with others, social skills, interacting with their siblings and everything. You see how it becomes better on a daily basis. You will just see more independence. You see that hope will be restored. I have seen this and I am telling you for free. Nutrition plays a great role. It's one of the most important steps when handling a special needs child. It's one of the most important factor, the nutrition factor. One of the major three things God gave me on this journey. He gave me the three two, which is our mandate. Number one is God factor, which I've always talked about. You can't do anything without God. Even in nutrition, you need to believe so much in God. That's why we believe so much in what God creates and what He has given us to take. Two is the parent factor, which everyone that follows me know how important this is. The parental involvement in handling children with special needs. It can never be overemphasized. You being involved because the therapist will work with the child 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours maximum. The person goes to his or her own house. You are left with your child. You are with that child for the rest of the day. The major, even if the child goes to school, spends 6, 7, 8 hours, the child comes back home to still meet you. So it's very important you play your part. Then the three factor is the nutrition factor. When I started putting this into place in my own journey and I saw the changes, I knew that yes, God didn't lie. The nutritional part, it changed everything. My child had leaky gut. It was through nutrition that was fixed. No therapist could do it. Nothing worked. No supplements could do that. It was when we changed the nutrition, following natural means, we started seeing drastic changes. We started seeing the transformation that we are seeing today. When people see my child, they say, it doesn't look like, we don't really look like what we've been through. It's so true. When you see my child today, it's not like, we still have some challenges. We're still on the journey. We've not gotten to where we are supposed to be yet. But we are far away from where we used to be. We are no more there. No, no, no. When you see that child today, you see that transformation. All the child will never do this, or the child will never do that, or will not be able to cope, will not be able to do this. It wasn't a mad situation. But today, by the power of nutrition, we saw great shifts. Nutrition is a missing piece when it comes to real transformation for a child with autism or ADHD, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, whatever the diagnosis is. Nutrition plays a great, when it comes to neurological issues, the body affects the brain. The stomach, what you put into the stomach, it affects the brain and the general well-being of that child. When the body is struggling, you see that the brain struggles, learning struggles, regulation struggles, behavior struggles. You see a lot of struggles when the nutrition is not in place. You see the body is struggling, the brain is struggling, every part. So when you give the child the right diet, when you give the child the right meal to eat, you will see this calm you're looking for. You see the transformation. It will just go from face to face. First of all, you see that digestion becomes better. The child will be, because children are on the spectrum, are highly constipated. My child was in that realm before. Might not use the toilet for 3 days, 2 days, 4 days. It was a struggle. But when you start healing the gut, when you start giving the child natural, good food ordained by God, you will see how the child will be using the toilet on a daily basis, better digestion. You will not see better sleep. My child can sleep for 10 good hours, unlike before. You see better sleep, then you not see attention and focus come. The child will be able to learn, because a child that is not focused cannot even learn. A child that is not paying attention, how do you teach that child? How would the child even know how? Because one, there is no eye contact. The child is not giving you eye contact. The child is not learning. If I am talking to you, I am not looking at you. I don't understand what you are saying. But when that nutrition is in place and the gut is healed, you see eye contact, concentration and attention, you'll be able to communicate with the child and you start seeing progress. When the child is calm, the child will be able to learn very well. Many children with autism struggle with extreme food selectivity. That's why you see picky eating. There was a time that my child was not eating a class of food. And if the child is not eating that, how do you balance it? Because you're supposed to give the child good balanced diet. There was a time my child wasn't eating that. But when we start, and you don't need to do it like it's an overnight thing. You take it gradually. Move from one phase to another. For one step, you can start by just introducing one meal. Start from there. One vegetable can make a whole lot of difference. From there, you see that the child will start accepting other food. My child wasn't eating watermelon. Simple as that. For years. But right now, even till this morning, because I give them fruits and vegetables to school on a daily basis, is a no-go area. We must give them. Today, while I was trying to still cut the fruits for them to take to school, he reached out. I didn't even say take. He reached out for the watermelon himself, took it and was eating. This is the child that you give, you never take it. Or there was a time he was not eating beans. There were so many things that I knew that were good, but he wasn't eating. No matter how you prepare it, even if you prepare it through momo, you prepare it through bean cake, because I believe also in soaking beans for minimum of 9 to 12 hours. That's a topic for another day. To remove those pesticides, because you don't want to know what the markets, the people that sells in the market, what they put inside to remove those weevils, to remove those ants and those things that are in it, because they don't want it to be bad. They want to sell it and they want to make their profits. They put a lot of things. So you even need to, no matter the process, no matter the soaking, no matter whatever I did, then the child wasn't eating. But today, there is no class of food the child isn't eating. None. There's no food. The time vegetable was an issue, but today is no more. And with that, we saw great progress. Even the teachers, everyone around the child started wondering, what did you do? What did you do? It's God. And also the power of nutrition and an involved parents. You see why I tell you the God factor, the parental factor, the nutrition factor. You can never take this away. If you put this into practice starting from today, because most times it's in the daily thing, not, oh, don't worry, I'm just waiting. I will start by month end. I will start from first of the month. Happy new month. I'll start from the first of the month. I'll start. No, you don't need to wait for a new month. You don't need to wait for a new week. Start from today. Start from today. Try to be intentional when you are feeding your child. At every meal time, ask yourself this question: what is this meal doing to this child? Is it feeding the brain? Is it helping this child to become better? Is it jeopardizing my process? What is this meal doing? Is it complete nutrition? Is there protein? Is there healthy fat in this food? Or is just full of carbohydrate? Because there are sometimes all some parents give their children is rice in the morning, rice in the afternoon, rice in the evening, rice on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to Friday. They eat rice because rice is an exciting food. It's what some children naturally likes. Or pasta, spaghetti. That's what they take all the time. I've seen a parent, she said the child likes, all she gives the child is noodles. And you know that's a no-no. What's the benefit? What's the benefit of that noodles to that child's brain in talking about healing or transforming in that sense of being in the spectrum? How can that child thrive? Because what we are working at is to make this child thrive, is to make this child live an independent life. We're not talking about just changing the child as it were, but the child needs to be independent. Will you be there at 80 to be carrying that child up and down? When I realized this, that was when my child wasn't potty trained. I said, no. How long? Because I've seen a 25-year-old child, that's not even a child, a 25-year-old adult, not potty trained. Is that not big stress? So I decided to work on this. I decided to work on the gut. And when I healed my child's gut, a lot of things began to fall in place. Today, we are just starting this journey. The whole of this month, we're going to be talking about nutrition. We're going to be coming here live to share great tips for you to understand that nutrition plays a major role. I'm not just saying a great role, major, one of the major role to transforming that child of yours is nutrition. If you give proper diet its place, you'll be surprised at the transformation of your child. You will be, I can bet you on this, you'll be surprised at the potentials inside of child that you didn't know were there. There's so many things that are happening even in my child's life today that is like a wonder. You'll be wondering, how did this happen? I thought this was not ever going to happen. There's some children they will say was, you know, I know that there are cases of muted autism. The child is not going to talk. I was told that my child will not talk. My child is talking today, can communicate. So it is very important you pay attention to nutrition. There's no one that have met me that have not come back for it. I have it on a daily basis, including yesterday. Said, when I followed your teaching, when you did it, there's the parents today, both of them, the husband and the wife, they just traveled to Canada. It was the person he was even telling that told me that, this man said you are the one that saved him, if not for you. I said it's God and just proper information because knowledge is power. The Bible says that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So how do you know what you don't know? So we're coming to educate parents that nutrition is very important. And when we're talking about proper diets, it's not just fast. At times, some things that are fast, we live in a fast life. Everybody wants fast food, fast things. Most times, prepare your child's meal from the house because you don't even know the oil, all these seed oils that they're using to cook food for these children these days. You don't know that, especially now in this part of the world, there are some vegetables that are expensive. Tomatoes now is expensive. You will see some place you don't even know whether it's the rotten one that has. You don't want to know what's out there. I won't talk more about that. But prepare your children's meal from the house. Some don't care. They can just steam it and say the thing is gone. You see a lot of bacteria inside the rotten tomatoes. Even when the whitish things are coming out, people still use it to cook. What do they care? They just want to make money. Why some are ignorant? Just like I've seen someone selling beans, carry sniper like this, poured inside beans. And I was like, why? Now make this thing die. The weevils. The person is ignorant. That man is ignorant. He doesn't even know what he's doing. He doesn't even know the danger that he's doing. He feels, I rather do this than have weevils all over the beans. I was trying to educate the man. Please don't do this. Some use tablets. That's why you buy some beans, you see powder, like substance all over it. And you are wondering, you eat it, you start having acid reflux issue. You start, I've seen a lot of persons hospitalized by eating beans prepared the wrong way. Some vegetables. That's why we live in a world. On its own, there are some things you might not be able to totally run away from because even some farmers are planting with a lot of chemicals, but it's as natural as possible. Most times, get your things from the village. I do that. Get your things from the village. Get your things from there's a saying that don't eat, and I always tell people, don't eat what your grandmother does not call food. There are sometimes I bring some things from the village, even rice. Eat your father rice. It must not be imported for it to be good. Usually, we from this part of the world. There are some that are still abroad, they have organic. There are organic food everywhere. Eat what is in season, not most times, because that thing, when it's in the season, it has the full benefit at that moment. And most times, it's not compromised. But when it's not in season, that's why if you are eating fruits, vegetables, eat fruits more than in season. Eat vegetables more than in season than the ones that are not in season. You will see great changes in the life of that child. Don't give up. I did not give up and I saw the way. You don't need to give up. No matter what they have told you, I don't want to know. I ask you, chapter what, verse what? Whose report will you believe? It's God's reports. Who says a thing and it comes to pass when God commanded it not? Do your part by feeding your child the right meal. Make sure that every meal is rich in protein. Don't just load carbohydrate, load. Even carbohydrate, there are some that are good. That doesn't mean that you must load carbohydrate. Jollof rice and stew, fried rice, still recycling rice up and down. Let there be lots of protein, lots of vegetables, healthy fat, avocado. Give your child healthy meal. You will see the transformation. Even as you trust God for it, because God is too faithful, He cannot fail. You see that when the God is in place, you see, even immune system, that child will not be falling ill. There are some children that go to the hospital every 3 months. Since I gave birth to my child, I don't want to even talk too much. I can't remember taking this child to the hospital that is sick, especially when I started paying attention to diet. The child's immune system will be very, very intact. The child's immune system will be on top of the game. You need to make sure that what the child eats is very important. You will see behavior, that hyperactivity. There was a time my child, I like making an example because, a man with experience is never at the mercy of the man with the arguments. I have seen this. My child used to loop, just run, is running on the streets. There's no sense of danger. We just see things and just be bombing on it and everything. But when we started paying attention to nutrition, that awareness, that self-awareness started coming in. Better sleep. Better sleep was also a very good thing when it comes to the nutrition. Sleep was there. Calmness. Another thing I should let you know, one of the biggest myths is that what will be will be. That is not true. What is not what will be will be. You need to pay attention to what will be. What will be will not be if you don't pay attention to what will be. There's a part you must play, especially as parents of those children. Pay attention to what the child is eating. You will see that it's, moving that child to the point A. You just start seeing that child move from step to step, from step to step. Hmm? Can I be seen? Can I be heard, please? Okay. So, like I said, pay attention to nutrition. We had some little technical issues. We couldn't really start at time we're supposed to start. We're coming back here tomorrow. Stay tuned. If you have people you know that will benefit, parents or special needs children, inform them that the Peseta mom is life. We're meeting Mondays through Fridays, 2 p.m. every day. Let them know that knowledge is power. Let them know that there is right knowledge that you need to acquire on this journey. It's not to be overwhelmed. It's not to be crying. If you cry from now to tomorrow, it doesn't really change anything. I'm not saying that your emotions will not come in on the way. The emotions will come on the way. Or at times you just have to dust yourself up, have faith in God, just keep hope alive and move. Look for the right strategies. Because if you go with the right strategies, you will come out victorious. Go with the right strategies. And what do I need to do? That's the question you need to be asking. What do I need to do? Join our community. We have free community on WhatsApp. Join our community. Where you'll be hearing on a daily basis. We come on a daily basis to teach parents what to do and how to help their child, how to move their child to the place they desire, and even better. Because there are some parents that we have worked with that where their children are today, they never even believed that the children will be there. They just say, okay, let me just even have this child, eat this food. Let me, if I can just have this child, do this. I can just have this child. Come, I'm tired. The hyperactivity, the steaming, is getting me frustrated. I can just have this child. Before you know it, the child started exceeding expectations. The expectations they had for the child started thriving, the child started having lots of improvements. Even in school academics, the child started having a lot of improvements. So join our community. And also, we have yearly the Peseta Parents Tribe. It was from, we're starting this next called 1st of September. If you are not there, I tell you, you need to be there. How much is it? It's 150,000 naira. We're even giving a flat say 120,000 naira. That's just like 10,000 naira every month. You know that 10,000 naira cannot pay for any therapy fee. 10,000 naira is not even up to the price of pizza. But what you will get on a daily basis, weekly webinars, on a daily basis, we are teaching parents what to do. If you pay now, from now to the end of this week, we'll give you the opportunity to pay that 120,000 naira. That's just like 10,000 naira. From 1st of September to next year, August, is the next academic session. That's the next cycle coming. The Peseta Parents Tribe. You would like to be there. And also tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell your neighbors, tell your siblings, those you know that have children with developmental issues. I bet you that will be one of the most important decisions you ever have to take. See you tomorrow. Remember, God loves you. I will love you too. So I don't know if we have any questions. Do we have any questions? Can I see your question? Can I see your questions? Okay, I can see a question. Is chocolate okay for my child? Chocolate. Okay, so depending on what do you mean by chocolate? Is it from cocoa or the normal chocolate that is sweet? Is it real chocolate protein because there's chocolate that is good that you can give to your child? Or is it just, a lot of people just say chocolate, normal chocolate, sweet. I don't suggest you give your child a lot of different names you see in the market. Sweets, uh, how do they make sweet? Sugar. They just roast it and all that and color it with, what's it called? Beverage. And you call that chocolate. It's not healthy for your child. There are other things you can give to that child in place of that chocolate you're looking for. I, for one, I don't give. Because some products are highly compromised, like I said. But there are some that you will see that, okay, these are made from natural cocoa. There are natural cocoa products that people make and you give to your child, which is not bad. Cocoa is good. I don't know if there's any other question we can ask. Oh, in the absence of questions, we're going to call it a day. We'll see you tomorrow. Stay blessed. Thank you. Bye for now.